founded Academy for Media Art. And all these archives, they are very famous now, very famous media artists and media theorists and media philosophers and media. You find it on the internet and the website, who's there. But I choose for today, specifically two persons which are very much linked to performance. And so the first one, it's an 8-minute video which I edited actually for you. In the sense I just cut things out because it's Peter Weidel. I think the name is familiar to you. And in 1989 he was trying to do like a multitasking. That means he gave a lecture speaking in German and English, but almost at the same time. So that means not right, so he was just mixing it. And I tried to cut the German out, which not always possible, but then also for you to easily understand here, I put some text on the text that you understand, just so that you understand. And what he's talking about is actually, he explains to you how the body disappeared and then came back. I think that's really the topic. So for the first 8 minutes, I'm not going to talk, and I just ask you to watch.
The same video is which are the social instructions. So we see that video will be tremendous. But we also get design messages after some I also have other things. So we see the other part of the video is tremendous. But to make it a little bit challenging, each broadcast needs some historical analysis. So the first media was information is information is the first step. When you do video, this information system, that's the beginning, it was called the information, and it was used to call basic machine, because it was the machine, and information. It's next installation system motion, super motion, by machine machines, just to develop the work. Really motion is a heavy system motion, is a very to create solution motion. None of the people that the manifestation is only something, it's effective, but already in 19th century, the 19th century, then many options was created. Very many arguments, the preparation of the body, and the message. This is the narrative that we represent 1843 by Jain and so there is the problem that in the 19th century was made at the same time it was the combination. This was given up, this is kind of definition and the fact. Because of the separation of the body and the message. And the discovery of the electromagnetic waves, because of that science and travel, it's the dimensional state. These are the theories, the idea in the message, which was discovered later in the 1950s, later the philosopher of Newton. Where was the idea of the art of understanding, when the artists also have together debates, and it's a great philosophers are instead of the living by Herzog talked about in the theoretical states. So I said, when it is in the developed culture, at the end of the century, scientific development, like biology, like skin development in space, so to find something, you can record it, you can keep the system of innocence and system of all sehr gut mit der magnetic tape. Because the magnetic was the first dimension to a sound, a double person, so to restore the information. This is the basic problem, where the magnetic information is used in the body, not like it's very machines. So it's completely away from human. Certainly, states that human technology, but technology was something human needs. The sound Science has been very difficult, but you want to first, and then you see why you want to first. So the first was also the magnetic sample, and 2 years later, it was finished with the machine by GP Malin, and how the took 5 years later, in the last 56. So what is Steiger? You want to first, because the same artist who comes to play, use this. Like I said today, because they have information stored in that data, then you can say, not making for production. Now it's sending to the studio, it's an expert for information in the data, sending the solution to the extension, you can do a range, the information, which is relevant in full space, but technically basic, so we just call it the data, so you can play around with like paint, you can play around with paint material. So it's a magnetic, there's another machine to turn around or the student, they will be different. Instead of studying the nation center, with the beginning, what is called beginning. Instead of when you reach the books, you never find mistakes. As you always see, with function like in it's a good mistake. Function like never in they don't teach you stuff. In fact, so the only source of teaching the asking is the level like so, the magnetic tape was made in 1951 since the beginning of media art. So the first step was the machine systems. The next step was machine proof. Finally, was machine produced, what they call synthetic images. The same is the other parameters like machine and motion. Now we have the numerals. It's a kind of process. The first, all that is machine and motion also function, which is a the process, the substitute, nation, and motion. The period of the erste gemacht wird, wird das technology display, offices das haben wir gut zu sehen, so when you know the right, this is digital space, independently and good availability, this does not mean to even disappear. Like say, car did not regularly go to the car, the car is not because the airplanes and not disappear because they were bar, revolution, maybe not. But the whole technology is all the change in the redefining is only the function of technology become different or very positive functions are different because of revolution. The second thing that I said is that even if you cannot see the text of several things, to prove about infinite. So the sum is that even if some images that they correlate with numbers, the first result, so you can decide which number on the shape is something forward and makes a key, because everything is a key, and looks into the number of the numbers. So you have a fortune here, so you see another plus. So you have a solid. Since the field of the 80s, and most of our lessons and other areas. And you should always be announced. So it's exactly similar. You can set up the parameters. When I show you the parameters, what is good is what is in the activity itself. But not what you can know the machine. This is my essential. The same as this is easy as a test. You can apply. You will see all of the time.
Yes, we didn't see the beginning, but anyway, see after. So here for our also knew that first of all you almost couldn't understand the sound, which actually was clear for me, because not only that he tries to speak English and German at the same time, he also Austrian accent, and then the recording is like 25 years old of a Super VHS tape, so it's also not the best quality. But what I wanted to show you that it's an easy way to clearly follow, retrace the stage from today, specifically your conference here, back to the year 1843. And beside this, he does it in the overhead projector. As you see, I hope you know what this is, and it is handwriting, and also at the same time sending the projection the light. So as you can see, it's a virtual curiosity in dealing with the media. And why I also showed it to you to really let you think whether we are advanced today or not. But this I'm not answering now. So the second piece is I would like to claim that this is a kind of performance. For me, the German performance still comes from the 60s, and it's still a bit connected to the patience and I don't want to say pain, something like this. But I'm not going to torture you too much. However, it's a recording of a very interesting process, and just for you, I covered a bit, but not too much. And it's about, no, I can't tell you what it's about now, only after, but I would recommend that you have two options how to see it. In order to have some benefit. So the first thing is to just pretend to be here with the people in the screen, like a performance, and try to feel some empathy and see how they are processing how it's going. Or the second view could be to really have this kind of archaeological view, which means you really try to analyze what you are seeing when you see the intentions. You try to analyze the faces, you specifically put detail to the insignificant details. And I think by this you will have even more benefit from doing this. At the same time, again, it's an old edition, but not only because of this, again, there is some problems in the sound, but you can see why. It's actually a big problem. So, first of all, again, I have to some subtitles, and I think maybe between I will interfere and point to some things which you might always see because I know you take by heart and you just see the first time. I hope you can enjoy it.
Yes.
story.
Yes, of course,
The lady in the white jacket is Renate Gomez. She's now where she is. She has an outdoor job. Sie already knew immediately about it.
Okay, let's continue. is some thoughts about this activity there is some
So this dedicated means compatible to our private conversation in our Skype. And this was the first time that was done. We also have to see the
Isto que isto é. aliens. Hey, you gonna put
Hello. It's very interesting. Very informative. Please keep in mind that this was the first one that was portable video camera overhead. It was very cheap product and also we didn't know what would happen, so that's why it's a movie that's putting it trying to put that's the way to your private personal camera. And then, of course, there was always this attraction of Laurie Anderson to see what she's going to do.
Yes, sort of. Yes. I moved it by accident. Okay, the point is that you have to control your audience. Because Laura's talking. Well, I can, yes. Well, I can. The point is, when I'm trying to use my receiving audio, there is no communication between you and Laura at all. Because I just want to switch Okay, so we control. They can start with that now. Everybody's prepared to show money to start the actual system. Oh, yes, okay. Thank you very much. That's right.
It's live. Yeah.
Yes, we can. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't get it. All right. Management was consideration. Hello, you, can you hear me? Do you know from your point who were the chairman of the
So we are all sitting, nobody else does, so I do. And I think this will be more or less a level of voice that I'll try to champion. Is this enough? What do you want to do?
Well, I hesitate to kill him when I couldn't finish within 15 seconds. Because it's all competition for the technique. So that means you have a point that you have to talk slowly and just say 15 seconds would not be enough time to talk about all the things we are trying to transmit to you and all the things we want to hear from you, because when this means they are in person, because the personal account is something different than this satellite bonjour. Most of the yes. We can keep it perfectly here. Well, it's what is the problem you have? One, two, three, four, this is a test. We have quite spirits in here. The weather is fine. It's rather stormy even. Not in here, but outside. Not in here. And I hope we can have a good level adjustment for this talking quite far away from the microphone. So this might be the worst case of audio communication. From my point of location inside this room, and I hope we can manage to adjust this. By the way, we suggest you, if possible, to integrate an echo canceller if you can do that. We now have employed an echo canceller, but if this is not at your end, we will have some problems. But maybe there's a chance to do this. This will give us a much better performance than we have now. There's no feedback from the outside at all. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. This is a testing from alone. Testing. This is audio level testing. Audio level testing is done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Audio level test. Audio level test. Audio level test. 1, 2, 3. Audio level test. I think this audio level is not so bad because there is hardly no echo from you here at the moment. Audio level test. It's much better now. It's much better now. It's almost perfect. Very good. Yes, sounds also much better now already. If he says it's good, trust him. Okay, if I don't hear me. Well, yes. 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 What I did at the moment, what I managed to do is to get the level from our audience and the satellite to a very low level. Yes. So the telephone won't be fed into the satellite. I managed to cut that out. We had an audio sound check which really gave us some good performance. We should leave at this level, but on the other hand, if there is a chance to have we have like a chance for an hour. If you don't have, you always have to talk about we will hear our echoes. So we have okay, we have to do it. Okay, so we have a last one. Yep. Okay, thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, right. Okay, I can cut this from my house to the telephone center, if you want me to do so. Because you are going to receive the audio from the satellite. So you need not to have the audio as well as the telephone. So I cut off my send audio into the telephone. Yeah? So let me use that. I hold the line. You hold the line. You hold the line for the moment. Disconnected now the telephone center to the telephone line for all studio. disconnected now the send signal into the telephone, so we should have another unit. Wow, it's like, so can we have another rehearsal? Hello, can you hear us? Hello, you can hear us? This is tested. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is becoming better now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shout at each other. We could probably talk this really had to, right? Yeah, so you broke it up and you want to do it, we talk about it. I suppose what you want to do is like to be like too formal, so too much. But we will. We could, and we have to. For half an hour we could.
We got the supply till 4. And if we now go further, we have 50 more minutes. No, 50. We have now the time till 4 o'clock. 45 minutes. And if we still want to continue, we have 15 minutes more. But to tell us how many people are around you? How many people are around you?
Oh. All right. Yes. I understand, yes. Okay, that's the way we have to do it. All right. I'll do that. Yes, okay. All right. Thank you. Das war der voll gut jetzt. Irgendwann wird es noch das war hello. Is it possible for you just to monitor before getting the power signal into your audio system when we have a question? Can you monitor our audio levels so that the people can hear? They got the system of the way to run. But if there is any question from our end, it should be a responsibility for you, for the operator, just to watch. If there is a question from our end, so that we have the possibility, if necessary, to make a question within the stage. Okay. Okay. All right.
Hello, Archaeology. This is another test. Do you hear us? Do you see us? Are we supposed to start? Hello, I'm Archaeology. Arthur, do you think we are the ones who start, or do you start? What was that?
Good morning from the Academy of Media Arts to the international community of artists and scientists, to all the colleagues and friends at MIT in the art transition around the My name is Michael Hasenfels, and we had the pleasure to cooperate with our opinion and the Center for Advanced Visual Studies in the preparation of the conference. Now today, we will dialogue with you via satellite about the future of the arts in the next decade, about visions and applications, as well as about the projects and propositions developed in the art transition conference. But before I would like to introduce ourselves, before I speak later on about the aims of the Academy of Media Arts, let me first introduce Rory Anderson, who is performing actually in Europe with great success and joined us for the conference. We are very happy to have you with us here for the conference and to meet later on the students and faculty members at the new Academy of Media Arts. Thank you to Christopher Gunning and Steve Crow who have arranged this for me. Besides Rory, it's Victor from the new artist program, who devoted her work in the last 20 years to the media arts as well as the mediation of the arts through television. Victor participated in one of the preparatory conferences for art transition and will decide her own contribution guide our dialogue as our master of ceremony. Peter Jain represents a platonic God. He sits beside Victor. Peter Jain, who was over years ago, related to the Center for Advanced Studies in as a fellow, joins the faculty of the Academy who teaches the media arts and television. There is and will be one of the personal links for our cooperation with the CABS in the future. Heile Haugen, as designer and artist, taught at several art schools and universities before joining as a member of the founding committee and as a member of the faculty of the Academy of Media Arts, where she is teaching video and development. Heile prepared this conference.
So, sorry to have tortured you, but as I told you, it's a performance. And I'm quite sure that during the next 3-4 days when you have the conference, you might remember this several times. However, it's not only because of this that I was showing you. First of all, I would like, for the people who don't know Otto Pine, who was on the other side of the MIT, on the other side of this video conference, actually, he died this year in July. He was an artist and also studied philosophy. He was the first fellow of MIT, Center for Advanced Visual Studies, and he was the founder with Heinz Mack together of the Zero Group in 1957. His interest was very much into cinetic sculptures, light and smoke, images, illumination art and environmental art. I'm saying this because I would like to make clear that the people who are here, Otto Pine and Laurie Anderson and Dieter Jung, who is the pioneer in holographic art, as well as Renate Lorenz, for example, who works now in queer and feminist theory, that all these people witnessed the first dedicated, as the technician says, the first really specialized video conference, which means finally nothing else than what we do today in Skype in Europe, I think. But besides this, also I hope that you saw some of the, what I say, archaeological things which you could see, the faces and I think highly philosophical texts. I hope you noticed that. And also the insecurity when the technician disappeared, and also the importance of the technician when he was there, his presence. I think he was really the master of the ceremony of the whole conference, actually. And yeah, there are several points. I mean, I hope you saw yourself, but you can also ask me something. Thank you. Isabel, you have anything?
Yes. Thank you so much, Rajele. That was impressive, in my opinion. And I think there gave us food for thought, as Danos, não é? As pessoas dizer em inglês comida para pensamento, um pouco difícil. Mas it would be good if we could converse a bit. That's the idea. We still have some time until 8 o'clock. But if anyone has anything to comment, we ask also people online to, if they have comments, to write them down, and we are reading them, so they can be here too. If anyone has questions, something to do to comment. You have to talk on the microphone because we have a bad connection.
Hope it works here. It doesn't feel like I can see it. So in what year was this? What year was this? 89. Alright. So, alright. And was this supposed to be a performance, or this was, or a conference? It was actually. Yes, that's nice that you asked this. It's actually really not a performance, and it was the very first real try to establish a private connection, video conference, let's say like this, in this Sony headquarters, which was there since 3 years in Cologne, in Germany. The first European Sony headquarters, which, as you saw in the beginning, that's why I also put the images, raised a lot of respect. Everybody was really excited, and then we had to go to the security check, and then all these so-called famous people, I mean now they're really famous, were there, and so it was not supposed to be, it was really supposed to be a conference. But what happened, I mean, besides the fact that I was writing there also, that 50 minutes was costed almost like 13,000 euros. And it was actually sponsored by the Gallery of Utopia, as far as I know. But then more than 1.5 hours before, I think for me was the most interesting one. And that's exactly, I mean, this image, it's not a artistic fake, it's real. And it meant that exactly at that time, when the conference was supposed to start, my video material was over, finished, because I was filming all the time. Yes, I was trying to use that cheap tripod, and of course was very excited to get Laurie Anderson, because you couldn't know what's happening, you know. And then really my material was finished, which at that time was very, very expensive. I mean, at least for me. But on the other hand, all these professional cameras who have been there from the academy, it was Betacam, and you know, they didn't shoot, because I was the only one who shot during this preparation times. You know? And for me, actually, this is the most interesting part of the whole event. And actually, after this was like 10 minutes, they were exchanging images and introduction of some words, and it was really not interesting, you know, because they were telling things which everybody knew already anyway. You know? And but besides this, what I also just would like to say, when you say talk of performance, for me, when they sit there showing images and doing all this is really, it's a kind of performance when you want to show that humans don't know how to communicate, actually. Or, for example, there is this scientific research project where they try to find out how to, in case ever, communicate with aliens. So what do we put, images or sound, or how can we say what human beings? And for me, this is a prototype for this.
We can see that when the technician asks them to continue on speaking, and they are not able to just keep on speaking.
but the technician, he begins the 3.5, testing, and then speech comes out of nothing because he was not stressed to listen. So this was not just an artistic project, this, because I have no idea, this is the first time that I'm seeing this, I'm knowing this. So this was also a breakthrough for technology and for communication, long-distance technology and long-distance communication.
Actually, this Academy of Media Art was founded just 2 months ago before that happened, and it was almost from the, it's like 20 kilometers far from the Sony headquarters. And it was the first European Media Art Academy at all. And what happened was that, of course, Sony they gave all the studios, they installed all the studios inside the academy. So, what I want to say, and also gave this big event, which was supposed to be like a prestige, but also to experience, to inaugurate the academy with the MIT, because the MIT was the head, the umbrella, exactly, Otto Biele was the head, and Rory Anderson, the umbrella, the chairman of this inauguration. So it was a very luxury event, as was the academy was a very luxury event at the beginning, at least too, because of the sponsoring of Sony. And what we were also always saying, that Sony in the beginning was the company for us, for the so-called media artists. But of course, this has changed because we are more independent, and they don't have this respect anymore, which you see at the beginning of the film.
Anyone wants to comment? Say anything?
I'd love to say something.
Rajele, it was, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to see the way of moving the camera, and I want to ask you how it happened. Why you are there in that moment? What is the way that comes you to? Yes.
Yes, I was there because I was studying there. I was the first of the 25 students, postgraduate students at that time, because they didn't have a first course in 89. So I was there, and that's why I also had this archive, because I always had this interest in filming things which the other don't film. And so there was this kind of symposium, like also for the inauguration of the academy, or around 1 month or 2 months, every day 3 very important people from all over the world came to give lectures to us. We have been only like 20 people, and I recorded them all in my super VHS tape, and now they are almost a little bit like that. But you can get a lot of ideas and hopes and inspirations from that, specifically for our state of the art today. Because not only that you find like Peter Weibel in the beginning, maybe you didn't get it, but it's a very funny 8 minutes film which I showed you before. Because, first of all, to situate ourselves today, but then also a lot of things have been there which are completely forgotten. And I think this we should really like to have, to see that not everything is taken for granted. I mean, there are still a lot of things which could be completely different and which could be discussed and newly decided. So that's there.
A challenge at that time, and what is the difference for you? You see the difference for along these many years that passed by, and it's about the changing situation, because you are like prehistorical. So I'm interested, very interested in hearing about the issue and about what motivates you. Is it the characters, or history behind the beginning of something.
Yes, well, I mean, 25 years, it was interesting. Clara's not here, no? Clara, when I told her that I'm going to show material which is 25 years old, then she said, oh, that's not a long time. Let me see, she said a long time or not a long time. At least I said the opposite. Let me think. So for me, she said it's not a long time, 25 years, and I told her, I feel it's a very long time. I mean, specifically regarding the media, because things are changed. But then, since at least here now today, I'm like an archaeologist, and maybe like an anthropologist or ethnologist also. I think, as we see, the behavior today, if you do your Skype, I mean, besides maybe just exchanging normal information, which you could also, I don't know, write or something, I don't think the behavior has changed much yet. I don't think and that's, I think it's specifically here in this conference, or not only in the conference, also in the installations you are doing, Isabel is doing, this is really an approach to change the way, not just to stand there and wave, but to do something. I don't never know. Like this? No, okay. So, I mean, I'm not the one to judge about and I also don't want to be only traditional in the sense that sometimes I prefer to have more content, because now I also know that we are not talking about content anymore, but about context. So we create situations that something is happening. I don't know. I'm not too sure that we are mastering the media. I'm still thinking that we are a little bit too much dependent on. I mean, instead of saying we have to do the media, it should help us.
I was just, we still have a good time. Yeah, I was just, I don't know, I was having a little difficulty to hear, because this microphone, like not talk much, but closer to the microphone. Yeah, no, it was okay. And then you can also still continue if you have some more always to say. But so this is actually to continue to also mention something too, regarding what you said, like okay, in terms of the context. Like this is, I think, what we're doing is about context. Like what are we doing to what context, and how the things, how the approaches match, or what are we, if are we experimenting and bringing things into the open, mass way, but to be able to keep it with the same approach. I think that the content of what we are, the approach we are having, that is archaeological, so that doesn't get distorted because we are in the media, because we are, of course, it influences always, but I think the richness of it, to have like different ideas of what media can be, of what this global media can be. Once like very different from them, now we can do this like with just having for free. If we have of course a computer and net, but if we, in a way, it's for free for us because we actually have got support to do this. Otherwise, so these things actually cost money, but still compared to them. So, and the informality we can bring to that, or well, now I was thinking about like these girls that have millions of viewers about cosmetics. And so, what is this about? It's about money, it's about identity. So, and it's a completely different world than just like universities or big Sony related organizations and all the support was possible. But so this is a contrast in a way. But yeah, what you asked me was what are we doing with it? No?
Yes, I'm not sure whether this is the main difference now, that you can use this, I mean, like Skype or this video broadcasting for free or for less money, because at that time video broadcasting maybe was interesting. Maybe now it's just a media, I mean, in the sense just a tool. You know? But the idea of the Sony conference and also of this big studio we had is the same idea which still exists today, but I don't think it was continued in this way, was that if artists, no, let's say like, I don't know, one of my, maybe Jin Youngblood or somebody, okay, maybe I don't know now exactly who it was, doesn't matter. He was saying that a technician normally invents the machine or the tool, but then if you give this to an artist, it changes very much the way how it behaves or what you can do with this. You know? And this was the original idea. You know? This was the idea, for example, to use this big Sony studio or whatever. So today maybe it would be the, I don't know, the highest level of a cave or something like that, which, you know, but the problem is what I also think, I mean, it's my personal claim, is that now that the scientists try to take over the artists and the artistic method, that I don't know, I have the feeling they're going to trying to control it, or at least they're trying to copy a lot of these, which would be okay, to copy a lot of the artistic methods. Okay, copying, I think it's okay, but in the end, if an artist with PhD is the only one who is recognized, I think it's going to be very difficult, but anyway.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, many of the works that are going to be presented here too, they will be using video streaming in a very, like, common way, common situation, or, I mean, they're gonna use it, like, in a creative way, so doing work with that, especially, like, networking with other people, like having more people. But what do you do with that instead of just a teleconferencing, just talking, the function of the thing? So that's what we look also to attend here, and also to comment, maybe sometimes to participate in the streamings. But yeah, I think that's the point also in this conference, in this event, to, like, how we, in this case, actually embody the technology, so that it's more in an artistic way. So it's not just, okay, having us, like, use more the body, there will be the online gym, that's like a rehabilitation, singing Second Life, so to connect, but then how artists are doing something else with those things, and not only actually thinking about the body, but the corporeality. What is the context, and not like isolated, like now we do some. It's not that I you know, we can criticize, but I think it's our Western society that is also here in person, and the technology of the society. So it's like, okay, if artists are not doing something, if we don't have artists doing something else, it seems we are really, I think, doomed, I feel. I mean artists, I mean people like creative, and we, not for the goods, but not just the functional, and that's why art exists. And we need to use, we need to have people using or experimenting with it, and utilizing, taking advantage to do something else than be functional. And it's also, I think, functional many times, because you actually, it's not only healthy, but you actually creative. It's expanding it. It's not just taking care of, like, being good. So this is just like to give and for me, it was really a performance of the technical aspects, and I loved it. And it's like, okay, when the conference starts, that's how you say it. That's not the most interesting thing. But I like, in contrast with this situation here, the formality. Like, I mean, we choose, like, not to have, like, tables and sitting. But it's not because of that we are not more, you know, it's not, things are not more professional. It's just a different attitude, a different approach, I think, and things should be judged not for, like, if there is tables or not, and the formality, people talking. I mean, there is still respect, and also the content, so the context, again, back to the context.
But actually, I think that the people there in the room, they were less formal than, let's say, here, in the sense, because here everybody knows what we are talking about, first of all, and you can even use the media, and there nobody knew anything besides the technician. So that's.
I mean, when they were sitting, but I like your recording because it was not official. It was like the best, you know, like, and then you see like people like, oh, there is the conference. Yeah, and I love some of the like. There was one part that I remember you were focusing on Laurie Anderson. She was, and then there was someone with a white, and she became really big, and then you get to the whole scene. So I really like that because it's things that we never see in these events. And so how was the context? And yeah, it was remembers me like how Nunu and some people is already like also taking scenes. Like one scene is what's happening like because we have this so fixed setup, like with the webcam now on the computer, so it's really difficult to have a camera. I mean, it's been done, but it's difficult to have a camera and being broadcasting. Then I get lost. Maybe we should be.
Just about the electromagnetic fields, about the technology as to be with us as a human. And for me, sometimes I think it's a bit scary about all the energy, this kind of energy, but how we can live with that. And it's just a thought that I have, and so it's not a question, it's just the situation of about this kind of magnetic fields that interfere in the process about about that.
Well, I don't relate too much, although I've been in touch with some kind of system actually being brought widely spread of someone that I forget the name of the person, but it's like a reincarnation of some other scientist. And so it's continuing as like some kind of helmet that you have some electromagnetic waves that you choose and that alter the fluids of your brain, and so it makes the fluids going faster, and so and I find this like, and it's really cheap now, like 100 euros you can get one of these. So, but that's, I think there's that influence, and then you can actually access or being, of course, it's one of the energy is something that we all since the art, like it reminds me of Merleau-Ponty, of course, like this reverberation and things. But in terms of technologies, yeah, I mean, there's this. For instance, we can do anything, maybe helping us to, for instance, have headaches, things like that. But again, it's like something functional, right? I don't. Probably there's artists using that too. I mean, I'm not familiar with Mary very much. It should be probably. I don't know what you were asking. I don't know if you know about this.
I don't know if it helps. We still need to use it. Maybe. Okay. I don't know if it helps, but I was doing a performance very recently in a place where there was not that much signal, internet connection and signal. So there was this huge part of getting the signal, and I could only get the signal when standing in one part of the room. But the thing that I did not remember is that the body also observes the signal, the electromagnetic fields. And when I was broadcasting, I had a lot of difficulties broadcasting. And one of the reasons was because of the number of the people who was in the room, because it was crowded. And that was one of the reasons, because if there was nobody in the room, I could get a much better signal than when I was with the people in the room. I don't know if it helps. Yes, so it does influence. It's because we create also energies and I don't know if it helps.
So, anyone wants to have a last comment or question? I think we kind of done, but yeah, well, so we will continue anyway to, I mean, I will be referring to your presentation, and for me was, I hope to continue to do this, yes? This was the beginning here, huh? So I think it was really a great context for Rajele to start this archaeological show, yeah, because you have it, so now you're sharing it. So thanks a lot, and now we are going to close our broadcast because we are having a gathering now here, and we are going to be back in activity at 9:30 with the performance by Daria Kaufman.